Hello and welcome to another episode of Lexx Education. It's the comedy science podcast where comedian me, Laura Lexx, tries to learn science from her nerdy, normal younger brother, Ron.
That's me, motherfuckers!
Oh,
Ron.
hi, Ron.
Hello.
A
How's
little
it
bit
going?
chickeny there. Like a gangster rooster.
Like a chicken Samuel L. Jackson.
A gooster. How was your holiday, Ron?
It was lovely. I loved it. I'm a lot fatter and redder than I was when I left.
Nice.
And I read 700 pages of my book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pages.
Yeah. Long book. Read Game of Thrones.
Yes, I heard about this.
I think you'd really like it.
Yeah, the trouble is I would prefer it as an audiobook, but I think the audiobook version, a lot of the reviews say the guy doesn't stick to the accents very well. So I kind of need someone to make a better audiobook.
Yeah, because I was reading it and I was like, Laura would love this.
Yeah, I think it's the sort of thing, like I did start watching the TV show and I was like, it's not my TV show, but I think as a book I would like it. Because it's basically fantasy war fiction, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, like it's famously he was super inspired by the Wars of the Roses, so
Yeah.
yeah, and it's very low fantasy as well. Like there is magic, but it's all very low key.
Yeah, and I think one of the guys that is it him? One of the guys that's like a potential person to finish the books if George R.R. Martin doesn't get to it. I've read all of his.
Oh, really?
Is it Brandon Sanderson? He's got like a really cool series about. Oh, I can't remember what the series is called now. God, I can't remember anything. But those ones, I like devoured them. They're so gritty and in depth, and you're just like, whoo! I'm plowing through a lot of lore here, but
Oh yeah,
I'm doing it.
It's so dense. It's paced like a kind of like a soap opera, I guess. Just every single chapter is a cliffhanger, basically. There's so many every hour I was gasping and turning to Judith and just being like, "You'll never guess what they've done to the line of Lannister. They've captured the Kingslayer." Yeah, absolutely loved it. Montenegro is gorgeous. It's just like Greece, but covered in trees and cheaper.
Yeah, I like trees and saving money, so.
Yeah, everyone there is really friendly, apart from the taxi drivers.
Oh. Well, that scans for everywhere you go, really, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think taxi drivers in the UK are pretty nice.
Depends what you end up talking to them about.
Yeah, that's fair. That is also just hashtag straight white guy things, I guess.
I find I tend to prefer Uber drivers to taxi drivers. They're slightly less moany. I guess because you review them, they're a bit more subservient, I suppose, is what I'm enjoying.
Yeah,
Whereas like when you get in anybody's cab, they're like, I've got a prisoner for 15 minutes and I will tell her about any theories I've got. You're like, no.
Also, I think there's a bit of a class thing, taxi versus Uber. I reckon. I'm basing this off nothing. I reckon taxi drivers are probably a bit up themselves.
Yeah, like they're the original.
Yeah.
Like how comedians feel about TikTok comedians.
Yeah, maybe the delivery driver that's on the payroll of a specific place feels about Deliveroo drivers.
Yeah.
The gig economy,
man.
yeah.
Is there nothing they won't ruin?
No, I don't think so.
What was your favourite thing you ate in Montenegro?
Probably maybe the Mexican food we had. I wasn't wild about Montenegrin food, to be honest.
Is it similar to Greek?
Yeah, but heavier. Because it's more of a Balkan kind of vibe. So, yeah, grilled meats, lots of potatoes, And we did have some super nice sort of coftery things on one of the first days, and that was very good. But also, Montenegro, it's been under the thumb of quite a few different places. So it was ruled by the Doge of Venice for 400 years. So very strong Italian food tradition there. And it was also ruled by the Ottomans for a while. So yeah, it's getting... Food-wise, it's a bit of a muddle, but very tasty. The place that we were staying for most of the trip, Budva, on the coast, has the old Ottoman town centre.
Cool.
It's still there. And it's basically, it's a tourist hellscape. But it's like basically untouched in terms of the buildings and stuff. It's really, really cool.
That's cool. I love that sort of thing.
AI slop has really hit the tourism industry this summer.
Yeah, I bet menus,
signs,
breakfast here.
Just like like AI posters in the toilets and stuff. The fridge magnets have been AI-ified as well.
Oh no.
Yeah. Have you frozen? Okay.
It reminds me of, where did we go in Corfu? It's like one of the towns we went to on the north coast of Corfu, and we were already not that enamored with Corfu. And then everybody was like, this is the place to go. It's got amazing cliff faces. And we went there and we were like, oh yeah, there are amazing cliff faces. But every single one of them, you have to walk through a bar to get to it, because it's just, none of it's been preserved for the natural posterity of it. It's just all had, let's cater to English tourists. Oh, it's grim.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I used to get really confused when I was a kid, because there's a place in like Devon or Dorset or something called Corf.
Yeah.
I used to think that was Corfu. I used to get confused, yeah.
Yeah, because it does have an E on the end of it, like coffee.
Yeah, and I don't think it came up loads, but a guy at primary school called Jack Hussey went there, and and then I knew of it as a place, and then I was like, well, that's not very far for a holiday.
There's Corf Castle, isn't there?
You're the castle expert of the two of us.
I'm pretty sure there's a castle in Corf.
Castle Carey?
Yeah. That's not actually a castle, though, is it? Castle Carey?
Isn't there like a hotel that looks a bit like a castle?
A little bit, but it was a nightclub when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, night owls.
Because when I first went to uni, Mum and Dad always used to say, send a text when you're at Castle Carey and then we'll know when to come pick you up. But by the time I went to uni, I don't think the train stopped there anymore. So it's just like, I don't know what you want from me. I'm just going to tell you the time that the train gets in, because they publish that before you're on it.
No. Don't be daft, Ron. You're too young to even remember giving 3 rings, aren't you?
I don't know what that means.
Ah, Ron, you sweet summer child.
There's a quote from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did it for you, Ron.
Yeah.
It was on page 498.
It actually gets said quite a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. Nobody has said, you know nothing, Jon Snow, which I think is one of the other famous quotes, but I'm waiting for that.
I don't think I got to that bit.
No. I watched half of the first episode once and then stopped.
Yeah. It's just a bit much violence.
Quite a lot of rape.
Yeah. I think that was the thing that put me off. I was also watching Outlander at the time. There was a lot of raping in that too. And I was just like, oof, I don't want to watch it.
No. Reading about it's easier.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I watched a film the other day. I've been trying to watch more films the last couple of weeks. And like putting my phone down and being like, you will watch this. And so I watched Sleeping with the Enemy the other night, because I was like, I'm going to watch some like old 90s things. It got so tense by the end of it. I was just like, this was such a stupid film to choose by myself. When I didn't even have the dogs at home because they'd gone for a sleepover at my friend's house. And I was just like, oh, you're an idiot.
Your dogs went for a sleepover? Or just to hang out with their pals?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that something you do as a dog owner?
Yeah, my friends don't have dogs.
Mackie and Yuzu really want to hang out with Patches. Can they come over for a sleepover?
No, they don't have a dog.
Oh.
They just like hanging out with my dogs, so my dogs go there sometimes.
Are they really lonely?
No, it's Matt and Lou.
Oh, that's really weird. Why on earth would you want to hang out with your dogs?
Because they're really nice.
I get why you want to get rid of them for an evening. Why on earth would it? Yeah, that's really funny.
My dogs are nice, and everybody loves them except you.
To me, that's like if someone was like, oh, you know how Gnocchi shits in a box in the bathroom? Could we just have that for an evening?
Well, you don't know anything about comforting, lovely, tiny creatures.
I do. I have a lovely cat. This film is apparently not good, Laura. It's only got 24% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know what that means.
It means only 1 in 4 reviews of it is positive.
Oh, no. Is that critics or viewers?
Well, let's dig in. That is critics. Viewers think 60% of viewers like it.
I suppose I wouldn't give it a great review.
No, it doesn't sound like you enjoyed it.
I thought it was very effective at making you like ready for a jump scare, like a scary bit. But yeah, I wouldn't watch it again. The funniest part to me, so the plot of this film, there's no spoilers in this because I believe it was made in about 1991. But so the Julia Roberts is this like very young wife with a rich abusive husband, and he's real mean, right? And she can't get away, and he's horrible. And then she is very scared of water and swimming, and he's horrible. So they're like on holiday on their fancy beachfront property, and he's like, we're going out on my friend's yacht this evening. And she's like, I'm scared of water. And he's like, no, we're going. And then he makes them go out, and then a storm kicks off, right? But it's so funny because it's obviously like made in the 90s when they had $1 billion budget for all films but no CGI. So they filmed it on a water stage kind of thing, and there's all this lightning and rain and the boat's like rocking back and forward, but the sea is fucking flat as a pancake. It's so funny. You're just like, there's not even waves. It's a swimming pool. This looks mad. And then she fakes her death by pretending to fall off the boat, but she's secretly been taking swimming lessons. So she swims back to shore. But then she's dumb because she's like, she gets the bus across town and like moves to the other side of the country and hides and stuff. But she's an idiot because she like flushes her wedding ring down the toilet in their house. So then he finds it, and then he like bullies her blind mum into revealing where she's gone. And she's having an affair with the sexy neighbor by this point. Yeah, it was very like not very good, but it was
They kept it to under 100 minutes though, so
yeah. And the night before I'd watched Dangerous Minds, which I thought,
where are you finding these movies? Is that Debbie Harry?
it's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, well, she's got a bit of Debbie Harry in her.
Yeah, a little bit. And this film, I was like, oh, I really remember this film because of the Coolio Gangsta's Paradise was the theme song to this. So I was like, that song is a staple of my childhood. I don't know anything about this film. I'm going to watch it. And she's this teacher that gets a job at school. And everybody, she gets the job and everybody's like, 9,000 teachers have come and gone in this class and no one can get them to pay attention. And she goes in on day 1 and they all ignore her. And then basically she comes back on day 2 wearing a leather jacket and they're all like, oh, we will listen to you now. You're like, I can't believe nobody ever tried a leather jacket before. And then she just basically like gets them interested in Bob Dylan. It was one of those films where you're like, I get what you've tried to do, but you've made all the problems solved too quickly. You needed like a little bit more resistance from the class of like ungovernables.
Yeah.
That idea has been done better since. It was quite funny.
Where are you finding these movies? Is there an abandoned blockbuster that you're sneaking around? I've never heard of either of these.
Oh, I think there must be ones that like mum and dad had on video when I'm a kid. So I was really aware of the imagery that went with them. So I was like, oh, geez.
Because I'm watching, I'm Googling these as we're going through, as you mentioned in them. And apart from the lead stars in both. None of these actors survived the 90s.
No. That's what I thought was really interesting with the Julia Roberts one, because you're obviously like, oh, Julia Roberts goes on to be huge.
Bankable. Yeah,
but
yeah.
both the leading men, you're just like, nope, never saw them again. Ever.
Patrick Bergin looks familiar, but he looks like Sean Penn.
He was creepy. And the other guy kind of looks like a sort of chubby Andrew Garfield in a mullet.
Yes, like Andrew Garfield and Russell Crowe had a baby.
Yeah. No, never seen him again in anything else.
No, he was in a 100% rated film in 2013, though.
Oh.
But anyway.
That's probably because only one person watched it.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
I've been watching some films recently. Judith and I like to listen to an audiobook together. We always got an audiobook on the go. We've been listening to one of my childhood favourites, which was the Mortal Engines series.
Oh, yeah. I remember those being around the house.
Yeah, towns are on wheels. They go around, they eat each other and stuff. Great stories. There was they made a film that came out in 2018 that is one of the biggest flops of all time.
Oh.
So when we got back from holiday the next evening, when we wanted just like a chill evening, because we were almost done with the audiobooks. There's 4 books and the last one's really long, so it's been like a year of listening. We're almost done. We decided to watch the film, and by Jove, was that dog shit. I think every decision that they made to adapt it was bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you could tell that no one involved liked or cared about the source material. They were just they'd read it once to then turn it into a film.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I mean, at least I knew that going in, so I wasn't like disappointed.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
I had one of these experiences because so the reason I'd started watching films was when I was on the cruise last week and I was like working, and I'd done all the work I could do without a steady internet connection. So then I was like, right, you're going to have to fill your time somehow. You're going to go mad, woman. So they have these tiny cinemas on the ship that only fit about 30 odd people in. So I was like, I'll go and see a film every day. And the first one I went to see was The Drama, that one with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to see that, and I was
I
like,
thought this was going to be another 90s
no,
thing.
it was quite modern, and I was like, oh, I had feelings and thoughts about the film, but I was like, I think it's intentionally been provoking, and I'm kind of like, okay, I didn't love it, but I am interested in it. And it's one of those ones where you're like, I want more people to have watched it so I can talk about it. And then I watched like some animated one that I was like, yeah, that was kind of fine. It was interesting. And then on the final day, there was nothing I particularly wanted, but I was like, oh, I need to kill an hour and a half somehow. So I thought, I'll go and see this film called You, Me and Tuscany. And I was like,
it's going to be Yumi and Dupree.
that would have been so much better. Oh my God, I'd have loved Yumi and Dupree at that point. I have a hard time imagining Audrey Hepburn getting buttered up to Funky Comedina.
Oh my God. I can't remember which. I think it was on HBO, but me and Judith have seen the advert for Yumi and Tuscany 1,000 times.
Ron,
God, it looked like dog shit.
It's so bad. And it's specifically bad for me, right? Because so I was like, oh, it's got that woman from Little Mermaid in it, and it's got John Regé Page from Bridgerton. Like, quite liked him in Bridgerton.
He was in the Mortal Engines film.
Oh, he's in a lot of bad stuff, it turns out. and then you know when you're like, I know this woman got loads of like racist abuse for being the Little Mermaid. So you go into it going like, I'm not a racist, so I'm going to love this film on behalf of all of the non-racists in the world. And I sat down and I was like, okay, it's not great, but it's fine. It's fluffy and it's fine. And then as the plot was progressing, I was like, this is while you were sleeping. This is the same plot as while you were sleeping, but just done with no soul whatsoever. And it was the same thing you were just saying, like the script writers just went, oh, it's a rom-com, they don't really need personalities, they just giggle and look at each other. And these poor actors had nothing to work with in terms of character depth. It was, the whole thing was just like an advert for Tuscany, basically, or like the Tuscan tourist board. The plot was basically like, I looked it up afterwards and they were like, oh yeah, it is a modern remake, but instead of the coma, it's like some other conceit, and then the big family makes her not want to back out of having said she's engaged and stuff. But like the most ludicrous bit, and I would have walked out if I hadn't been like down one end of this little theatre thing. There's like I don't know, she's racing to go somewhere, and the fiance goes, borrow my car. And this car has not been mentioned at all through the film. He throws her the car keys. They land logo side up in the palm of her hand, and there's like a 3-second shot of just the car keys with the logo. And then there is, I kid you not, like a 90-second montage of this car driving along, like complete with like wheel spinning, like just the glossy paintwork going through the Tuscan. You're like, this is just a car advert. This has nothing to do with the plot. This hasn't been a thing. She has not expressed any interest in driving this car. The car has barely featured. And now we're getting more in-depth look at this car than we understand why she... Oh my God, it was fucking abysmal.
Anyway, 2 days later, you're pulling off the lot in your new Alfa Romeo, and you're still raging about this film.
I can't even remember what car it was. No, it hasn't even worked because I can't remember what type of car it was. Some kind of fancy car. It was red. That's all I remember.
Red
what I do
cool.
remember is I fucking hated that film.
Yeah, it looked dog shit.
Oh, it was one of those ones where you were like, why didn't you just use it was like Disneyland Italy, you know? And you're like, just have a little bit of grit in this.
It's for Americans, isn't it?
Oh, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Speaking of Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, I've also seen The Odyssey recently.
Oh, yeah. Did you love it?
It was very good. It had the same problems all Christopher Nolan films have.
The women.
No, there were like a handful of women in this film. And Anne Hathaway was my favorite part of the film.
Oh.
She is phenomenal. Every scene she's in, she steals it. No, the dialogue is so on the nose. You feel like you're getting beaten round the head with the points that Christopher Nolan wants to make. And also like some of the themes that he puts into it, like, and unfortunately this is an era of history that I'm quite interested in. Mm-hmm. So what's happened is Christopher Nolan wanted to adapt The Odyssey. He's done some research into the era that it's kind of set in and stuff. And then there's one of the big thing that happened at this time is you have the Bronze Age collapse. The Bronze Age collapse was caused by myriad factors, one of which being a group of people who we're not quite sure who they are, called the Sea Peoples. That's just kind of what they're referred to throughout history, and then modern historians kind of say that as well, because we don't know where these people came from. Likelihood is one group was on the move at one point, they then push out another group, and then this sort of rumbling tide of people was going around the Mediterranean kind of sacking places. The only people that didn't fall to it were the Egyptians. Christopher Nolan's heard all of this, and he's like, oh, great historical context for this film that I want to make. But he doesn't want to use the modern parlance for this. So I shit you not, one line that Matt Damon has to say during the film is like, this age of bronze is collapsing. It's like, no, they didn't know they were in a bronze age. They did not know that another fucking metal was coming around them, around the corner. And yeah, no society that has ever been in collapse has known that they were in collapse. That's absolute bollocks. And then, instead of saying sea peoples the whole movie, they say people from the sea. Yeah, stuff like that. But overall, it was very good. There were like some horror elements in it that I loved because I wasn't expecting it. And there's an IMAX in Brussels as well, so I got to see it in like the format that you're supposed to and stuff. And yeah, like the bit with the Cyclops especially was real cool.
Yeah, I will get round to seeing it. I would like to. I might go when I'm in Edinburgh next week.
Yeah, I implore you, if you're interested, try and watch it at the cinema.
Yeah.
I think I think you would enjoy it watching it on a TV, but it is a visual feast more than.
Said my eyes.
You're not there for the plot, really.
No, much like You, Me, and Tuscany.
That's a visual feast.
Okay, Ron, I'll watch The Odyssey. You please watch You, Me, and Tuscany.
That is not fair.
No, you're right. You also have to watch the drama, and then we've come to the run length of The Odyssey.
I could watch the
The
drama.
drama, I'd be interested to see what you thought. And I want Judith to watch it too so I can see what she thought. Because I had very strong feelings about the plot. And then I was like, I just know this is the sort of thing Tom's going to watch and just be like, I don't know what you mean. He was absolutely justified. And I'll be like, what?
Yeah,
What are you
okay.
living? Yeah.
Maybe for a Patreon.
Yeah, maybe you watch that and then we'll discuss it in a Patreon because it was fascinating.
Fun.
Because it never fails to baffle me how Tom's brain works differently to mine. I was trying to write a bit of my show the other day, and I was like, right, so at the end of the show, like, I want to have this bit where I catch sight of myself in the mirror and I just hate the way I look, and I want to really write it really funny, you know, like a whole, like, bit. And he was like, I can't really help you write that bit because I don't know. I don't hate the way you look. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But like, you know when you catch sight of yourself and you wrong angle, wrong hot minute, and you just like, what? And he was like, no. And I was like, and I didn't want to be like, what, you've never caught sight of yourself? I thought, ugh. But I was like, oh, babe, come on. Like, what do you think then when you look in the mirror? And he just went,
What about when you see your massive chrome dome sparkling in the sun?
yeah. I said to him, like, well, what do you think when you look in the mirror? And he genuinely went, I think that's me. I was like, and that's the end of your thought? He's like, yeah, I just think, there I am. Not me. That Tom. Hello, Tom. And it's just like, oh my God, you have the purest brain of anybody I've ever met in my life.
Oh, man. Would that I could.
Imagine just looking at yourself and being like, yeah, that's what I look like. Cool. I'll go about my day now. And not standing there for ages in an existential dread.
I have days of that. But where I do fall down is I never feel good, you know?
No.
I'm still like, oh, there's a big thing when I lean forward and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do see myself in the mirror and just be like, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't always hate myself, but I never go like, it's never neutral. It's never just like, hello, Laura. That is an accurate reflection of you. Goodbye. I've got stuff to do.
Yeah, I mean, I am always evaluating. There's I don't know if you've ever seen any Channel 5 news. It's like a sort of, not necessarily investigative, but it's like a journalism thing on YouTube. And he started doing long-form interviews like a while back. And are you aware of the phenomena of looksmaxing?
Yes.
Are you aware of the stain on humanity, clavicular?
I have heard of clavicular. He's the one that does the like hammering.
Yeah. Although he claims that he hasn't. So the Channel 5 News interviewed clavicular, and like talk about how it got into it and stuff and whatnot. And then towards the end, clavicular's getting really annoyed with like the way the interview's going and stuff. I think because the interviewer's like, so you were doing Nazi salutes in the club, hey?
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, but you've not really asked me about like looksmaxing at all. And the interviewer's like, well, no, I have. We've been talking about it for an hour. And then he's basically like, but, you know, is there nothing that you want to change about yourself that you could ask, like, me? Like, how, you know, you could looksmax? And the interviewer's just like, no, I'm completely happy with the way that I look. And clavicular just gets up and walks out. He cannot fathom someone not wanting to spend their lives changing how they look.
Wow.
Yeah. Worth a watch.
Yeah. I've seen the one where he's like sulky because the guy interviewing him is just ruggedly handsome. It's an Australian guy interviewing him and he's just like completely just, yeah, you're just like, oh, this is just a handsome dude with a beard and he is more attractive than this little poor guy with the body issues is ever gonna be.
Yeah. I watched a really interesting documentary about comparing looksmaxing with being transgender by a trans man, and comparing kind of the phenomenon of kind of like he called it was like the title of the thing was like looksmaxing male to male transitioning, and like comparing all of that. It was really fascinating.
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, send me a link to that.
Yeah, we'll do. Really
Might
good
watch
content
that
creator.
instead of Cocktail this evening.
No. You have to stay on this weird 90s vibe that you're
I'm
on.
having a great time.
Yeah,
I didn't
fair.
last night, though. I sat up and played fajitas with younger sister of the podcast.
Oh,
Our
jealous.
cooking game that we love has a new food out. If you don't
Is
play
it good?
Plate Up, I heartily recommend. They've added some interesting new stuff to the game, Ron. So normally you have to cook the meal and you have to serve people before they get cross. It's one of those kind of games. With fajitas, Ron, you cook it, but it goes cold. And if it's gone cold, they won't accept it. Ooh, interesting. And then they've also added new levels of difficulty. So you can play on hard mode, where when you start, all your appliances are janky. And yeah, they've done some interesting changes. You can now upgrade buffets.
Are we back in now? Are we back in?
Well,
Play
we
Up?
failed to franchise on our first run through fajitas. We were like, this is significantly quite difficult. To be fair to us, we did have cheese boards and mandarins, which is, as the listeners know, never anybody's favorite way to try and
Mandarins is a
franchise.
nightmare.
Mandarins was a nightmare, but the other one, they kept offering us all customers come at rush hour times, and we were like, we can't do this with these fucking fajitas.
No.
Plate Up, man, what a game.
Yeah. Oh, man, I need to get back in.
Yeah.
I've been playing a bit of Mine EC recently.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I
'Cause,
wish you'd been inviting me so I didn't have to watch all these films.
Oh, just like stolen 20 minutes in the day. It's
Yeah.
just like a chill out with a podcast. I'm reading like a fiend at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, it's because you always get to the same bit of a Minecraft world where you're like, well, I've built a house and I've got a farm and stuff. So what I've decided to do is just start playing on hardcore, where if you die, you're just done. And I think that's going to bring back the excitement, because then I'm like, well, I can't die. I need to play everything super safe.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
I wish I was reading. I'm audiobooking. I cancelled my Audible subscription because I was like, do you know what, Bezos? You've had enough of my cash now. And I discovered that the library does audiobooks through a library app. So I've been doing that. And the selection is less, but I'm like, this'll do. And maybe if I really hate it after a little while, I'll see if there's another way to get audiobooks that's not Bezos.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I'm sure you can pirate them.
I'm sure. I just never know how to do stuff like that.
No, me neither. I have friends I ask. Need to check in with Ross, actually, whether he's found, what's it called? Them and Us? Us and Them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Should we do some science, Ron?
I think we've run out of time, haven't we?
Well, we've done 32 minutes. We could whack 15 minutes of science on the end.
Nah. Mess around.
It's a catch-up episode.
It's a catch-up episode.
Yeah, I went
'Cause
to
we-
Norway, Ron.
Yeah, how did you find Norway?
Yeah, it was nice. Like, I didn't get to see loads of it because I was on a cruise. So, I went to Stavanger. That was cute. Do you know what? I really enjoyed that. We got to Stavanger. This was our first trip. And when you get off there, it's this quite small town. And the cruise ship we were on just dominated it. And it just looked mental. Like, you'd be walking around these twisty streets having a nice time. And then you'd glance over and there's just this, like, peekaboo. Like, this enormous cruise ship over the top of it. And I was like, oof, okay. But it was beautiful.
Yeah,
town.
when I was in Bergen, a couple of cruise ships stopped there, and yeah, like they block
just-
out the sun.
Yeah, they're huge. And then we went up to Alden, which is sort of at a little village in the very inlet of a fjord. And it was crazy there how the mountains just made the cruise ship look like a yacht. It was unreal. Like, you were just like, whoa, it's suddenly dwarfed by these incredible like glacier mountains. So I had a little wander around there. Sadly, our third port, it was too windy. We couldn't go to that one. But we did a day going up and down a fjord instead. And then we went to Haugesund, which I sort of did vaguely remember because I have gigged there before. And so I was sort of piecing this town together and going, yes, I've been here. How did this one work? But I was so drunk in Haugesund. And I still don't really know how it happened. I'd gone to do a gig and I did the show. And then the guy running the gigs was like, oh, let me buy the bottle of wine because it's Norway, so the exchange rate's terrible and everything's really expensive. But obviously I earn Norwegian money, so it's normal for me. Please don't you guys buy it. So he bought us one bottle of red wine. And I know we didn't buy a second bottle of red wine because it was so expensive. So two people, we shared one bottle of red wine. And then I went back to my hotel room and was iller than I have ever been in my life. And then the next day we were getting a coach to the next gig, and it was like this coach through the fjords and like on boats that cross the fjords and stuff. This was like dream come true for me like 10, 12 years ago. And I had to just sit there with a hat in front of me the whole time in case I threw up more red wine. I'm like, is Norwegian wine made of something different?
Yeah, it feels like maybe you got hit with a tummy bug.
I don't know, but I hate blaming it on a tummy bug when I've definitely been drinking, because you don't want to be that person that's like, oh, I've got significant food poisoning when you're like...
Half a bottle of red wine, that's like 2 glasses.
That's what I think, but I'm like, but I was, yeah. Ugh, bad times.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah. So yeah, I went to Norway, did a cruise, had quite a good time. It was all right, didn't mind it.
Doing the cruise or Norway?
Doing a cruise. I've been to Norway a few times before. I like Norway. It just every time I go to Scandinavia, I'm like, all of the UK's problems would go away if we just had 4 million less people.
All right, Nigel.
Well, no, I'm not saying which people I want to get rid of.
Yeah, but I think the Scandinavians are.
One of them would be Nigel. But just like lower population, you just really look at places and you go, yeah, you just need the right size population for the land you have.
Yeah, I mean, also staying neutral during World War II helps as well.
Sure.
And centralizing your oil wealth.
Yeah. I mean, they're all good too, but they're also not jammed in like sardines.
No. Yeah, I like Norway. I want to go back to Scandinavia.
Yeah, it's nice.
We have a plan to get an electric car and like get the night train up to Stockholm, hire an electric car, and then drive up to the very north of Norway, because I want to go see some whales.
Yeah, that would be cool. I was thinking of trying to get my friend Rosie and take the kids up to where I was in Lapland when I did that job up there.
Yeah, that was Finland, yeah?
Yeah. But
yeah,
like
cool.
in the Arctic Circle, that like bit that's Lapland, that's Finland, Norway and Sweden, where they all cross.
Is that where Lapland is?
Yeah, Lapland is not a country. It is the areas of Sweden, Finland, Norway where they all cross the Arctic Circle. That bit's Lapland. So we were in Finland, but...
Funny.
Yeah. Sami country.
Yeah, cool. I do want to travel there more. It is fucking expensive, though.
Yeah. Well,
16 quid for a pint.
Ooh. That's why you got to drink the moonshine.
And get someone else to buy you 1 bottle of the world's strongest wine.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. Chatting to Mick, who was the other comic on the trip I was on, he's also been out to Norway loads of times doing the gigs. And he was like, spirits are not that much more expensive. The beer is crazy priced in Norway, but spirits kind of similar. So you just have to switch what you're drinking when you're there.
Yeah, fair.
It's not a beer town for Brits.
No.
I need to get my windows cleaned.
Yeah?
They're dusty.
I'm not in my flat at the moment.
Where are you?
Well, we've got a friend staying at the moment. But our friend Yup is away. So I'm just working from his flat, which is just around the corner, because he needs someone to water his plants anyway. So I've just come here to use it as an office.
Look at you getting out of the place.
He knows that we're doing this,
Yeah.
though. It's normal. It's
Plans
normal
afoot to move? Are you still planning to move in the autumn?
Not in the autumn, but yeah, like, yeah, I think Judith will start looking at jobs after the summer, yeah.
So the autumn.
Yeah, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. Oh, God, can't wait. Can't wait.
I found a possible dress to wear to your wedding the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, that might work. It's tricky though, isn't it? It's very tricky to buy a dress for May next year. I have no idea how many snacks I'll have eaten by then.
Yeah.
I bought loads of snacks. I bought sugary snacks for having my tattoo done because I was like, it's only a 2.5 hour sit, about 3 hour sit. But I was like, it's longer than anything I've done before. So I'll get little sugary snacks to keep my sugar levels up while I sit there. But then I was too embarrassed to like say, can I get my snacks out my bag? So I didn't. So then I did the brilliant thing of letting my sugar levels completely drop while I sat and had my tattoo done, then eating all the snacks afterwards. And so spiking massively and then just feeling like poop for the rest of the day.
That's fun. When you get an hour in and then the adrenaline wears off and you're just being scraped with a vibrating needle. Yeah.
It's quite nice to have a little sit though.
Yeah. Leg, I imagine, isn't too bad.
No,
the longest I've
fine.
had is my tiger, which was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But that, like, I had to be like lying with an arm sort of awkwardly out behind me the whole time, which I couldn't really be on my phone.
What I quite enjoyed with mine was obviously I was sat for a little bit and the guy next to me was doing a party of about 5 people who were all coming down and getting little stamps done. So I had a constant rotating cast behind next to me changing. So that was quite fun. They were all on a day trip from somewhere. And there was one woman, though, who was just being so annoying. He was trying to tell her about the aftercare, but she was like, I've got 19 tattoos. And it was like, probably still listen to the aftercare stuff a tiny bit. Then she was like, he was like, it would take 3 to 4 days to get to the itchy scab bit. She was like, no, not me. I've got different skin. Like mine happens in 3 hours. So it's like, okay. Right. Oh, cool.
Well, she knows herself.
She knows herself. I swear, the other day, Ron, I saw an advert for new Stath.
What? No way.
I swear, but the sound wasn't on. I was on a treadmill.
You sure it wasn't just an advert for old Stath?
I didn't recognise it, though.
What was happening?
Right, you know the smarmy guy that works in the...
Smellix, yeah.
Yeah, he now works at Stath and was making an advert for Stath's.
Wait, the guy that, like, ran Smellix or the other one?
The curly-haired one. The one
that happens in season 1.
Now in Slow Horses.
Wait.
He makes an advert.
Yeah, that's like season 1, man.
Oh, I forgot that bit then.
Yeah.
Disregard!
Yeah, he fucking dies at the end of season 1.
He dies?
Yeah. He falls off a roof.
Oh, no.
Spoilers.
Oh, I need to rewatch Stath. I've blocked it out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's all really early on, man.
Oh. Oh, no. What's his name? Because he's in Slow Horses too. He's good.
Dustin Demry Burns.
Dustin Demribbons.
This Dustin.
This Dustin. I'm just Dustin. Yeah, that's him. Oh, yeah, you're so right, Ron.
Yeah.
He's only in 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, why are there so many pop-ups on this website? I can't see what's happening.
He was in something called The Magic Faraway Tree.
Oh, I really want to see that. He plays Saucepan Man. I really want to go and see that. That's it's got Andrew Garfield, who looks like a slim version of the guy from Sleeping with the Enemy, and it's got Claire Foy from Outlander and The Queen Crown, and yeah, I saw the trailers for this when I took Child of the Podcast to see something. It's written by Simon Farnaby.
Yeah, I'm naming a lot of people I've not heard.
Simon Farnaby wrote the Paddington movies, and they're very good. You would hate them because you're like, I don't have a child. Why should I watch them? But they're really very good.
That's not my point with that at all. But I probably would hate them. They seem twee.
No, they're brilliant. Shut up. Magic Faraway Tree was Father's favourite book when he was a child.
Oh, really?
How's that for a fact?
That's a good fact. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, there you go. Why don't you buy him a vintage copy of it for Christmas?
Because it would rot by the downstairs loo.
That's true. It really would. Yeah. I've started compiling my lists for what everybody wants for Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
Don't tell Judith, but she's getting some gloves with Moomins on.
Well, that's nice for her.
Yeah. I think she'll quite like that.
I got Judith an e-reader for her birthday.
An e-weeder?
An e-reader.
E-reader, that makes more sense. I thought it was like some kind of electronic garden weeder, but I don't think you have a garden.
No, we don't. My plants are doing well, though, the ones that are in the house.
Oh, that's great. Well done, Ron.
Yeah.
I've already bought Meg's Christmas present.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't have any ideas for you yet, though.
Oh, we can't say because she listens. Yeah.
She does listen. But, oh, Meg!
Meg!
Meg's really easy to buy for, though, because I just find something I would like and then buy it for her.
Yeah. Me and Meg do birthdays, not Christmas.
I do whenever I have a gift for somebody, they can have it. But if I don't have one, I don't buy stuff for pointless no reasons.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think I often forget to do people's birthdays, but I hate that, like buying somebody something for the sake of it. It just annoys me.
I like to just do stuff with people on birthdays, you know?
Yeah.
Like for my birthday last year, we just did a magic draft. That's the dream.
Oh, I was going to see if you wanted to do that again, because I was thinking of getting Tom the Marvel Magic set to do a draft with for his birthday.
I'm definitely up for it. I'm not a Marvel boy, so as long as he won't be disappointed if I'm like, who's this?
Yeah, I don't know either, but it's magic, so it'll, you know.
Yeah. But I don't want him to be, for me to be like, this guy looks shit, and then for him to be like, no, that's Flibbly Bibbly. he's the king of the world.
The thing is, I think there's so many Marvel guys that some of them do look shit.
Yeah.
He's just going to have to be okay with it.
He is, yeah. Right, well, that was a lovely catch-up,
That was
Laura.
a great catch-up. There's history next week, so we don't even have to do science then either.
Woohoo!
Welcome back, Ron.
We need to get 2 episodes in next week.
We sure do.
Yeah.
Or 5.
Maybe 5. I'm leaving Tuesday evening, but...
Where are you going now?
Going sailing with Dad.
Oh, yeah, fun.
But off to Taunton for a day, so for a few days, so we can...
In that case, we need to get 2 episodes in on Monday.
No, we can record in Taunton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty, Roo. Signing off. This is Lexx Education.
Please buy tickets to my tour. It's coming up.
Buy tickets to Laura's tour. Say hi to Ron if you see him on the street.
Don't say hi to Laura. Just nod. Nod so she knows you love her, but don't come near her. Imagine she's a dog. If she had a lead on, it would be yellow and it would say nervous on it.
She goes on planes for free.
Yeah.
Class dismissed.
Break room is closed now.
Lunchtime's over.